Welcome back to my channel. This is We Love You Chelsea. This is my Chelsea 1, Sunderland 2 review. Sunderland has beaten us at Stamford Bridge, newly promoted side in Sunderland. Played really well. The three players that I said that can hurt us, they played a major part in the game. Enzo Maresca, his starting lineup was questionable, and the players that he brought on and the players that he took off was also in question as well. First off, congrats Sunderland. They played really well. They were really stubborn. They had points in the game that they were high pressing. And then they had points of the game where they were parking the bus and they didn't give us any momentum at all during the game. Congrats to Sunderland. They played really well. They had a game plan playing at Stamford Bridge and they did everything that they said that they were going to do. So I want to say congrats to them. They had a phenomenal game. Now on to Chelsea. Sunderland. Let's keep it on Sunderland. Yeah, they're a newly promoted side. Looking at their team, I mean, they're a really good team. The center back that really impressed me was Ballard. He was a beast, number 5. But he was solid, like on the ball, off the ball, strong, physical. That's a player that I would want at Chelsea. Out of all the players at Sunderland, I would want Ballard at number 5. He was phenomenal. Traore coming back to Chelsea. I did not realize that Traore was at Sunderland. He is an amazing player. He didn't play any key role in the game, but it was nice watching him play. I know we signed him back when he was like 17, 18, and seeing him now playing for Sunderland, like his whole career, it's just amazing that he's still playing. He's playing for now in Sunderland in the Premier League. Yeah, the Sunderland team honestly shocked me. I did not expect them to be so organized. They don't look like a newly promoted team. They look like a team that has been in the Premier League for years now. And they're currently sit second after 9 games. So hopefully, in their eyes, hopefully they continue this form, man. It's crazy. This is my first thoughts on the game. The game just ended, so I'm just shocked on the result and how we played as a team. Now going on to Chelsea. The formation that Enzo Maresca picked in the lineup, questionable. I did not expect Garnacho to play. Garnacho did score, but other than that, I didn't see any use for him. He didn't really do anything special, didn't really do anything off the ball, on the ball, bar the goal. He scored a goal, which Garnacho, his game is that he'll score you the goal, but other than that, he's not really doing anything else, not doing much. Also, what I was surprised about was he started Achimpong. But Achimpong, he really had a pretty good game. He actually got subbed off for Tosin, and Tosin, for the second goal, like, Tosin and Chalobah, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Like, it's a 2v1 and you guys back off one guy in the box for like, he's that one guy, Brobby for Sunderland, he was backing off Tosin for about 5 to 10 seconds, and Chalobah was right there just watching him backing off Tosin. So those two, Tosin, Chalobah, suspect for that second goal because they could have done a lot more in cutting that off. At that point, it was like the 94th minute. We were chasing for the win, and unfortunately, that mistake happened, and unfortunately, the Sunderland winger scored the goal. I think the guy that scored the goal came on. Let me see who scored. I think his name was Talby. Talby came on, and Talby scored. And yeah, it's not a good game, man. We sit now in let's see. We sit now in 7th place, so we took Sunderland's position. In the Premier League, after 8 games, still early on in the season, but we clearly are not gonna go for the title. We are clearly aiming for top 4 again this season, which under this ownership is what they want to do. I mean, signing all these young and experienced players, it might seem exciting on paper, in theory, but you really need experience, and that's really hampering us. Sunderland, they won this game because they had a captain, Granit Xhaka, who's been through it all, been there, done that, led this team to the victory, and that's something that we're lacking. Now let's go on to the lineup. I'm gonna rate every player, starting from Sanchez. So Sanchez, FOTMOP score was a 6.1. He really didn't do much in the game. I felt like he could have done better in regards to a long throw in the first goal. When Isidore scored, other than that, second goal, when Talby scored, there's not much he could have done there. It was right in the bottom left corner of the goal. There was not much he can do there. Like, there was defenders that were blocking his eyesight of the ball, so there's nothing there. So I wouldn't blame Sanchez for this loss. Cucurella started off right. He was getting into the box a lot in the first half, making darting runs in the box. Second half, he dropped off, and he didn't get exposed, but we didn't see much of Cucurella going forward in the second half. FOTMOP scored him at a 6.7. I would have to agree with that. Achimpong, I felt like, was our best player in the game. Achimpong saved us a couple of times, a couple of blocks. On the ball, he was somewhat suspect, but he didn't give anything away. He played as a left center back, a left CB, which was different because typically he's played on the right side of center back, so that was different. But he didn't really make any foot wrong in the game, I would say, and he's still a teenager. Honestly, taking him off, Enzo Maresca, that was a mistake because he was one of our best defenders, and taking him off for Tosin, there was no need for that change. There was no need for you to take off Achimpong for Tosin. Chalaba disappointed me today. He didn't really have the best game. Passing the ball from the back was pretty slow. We had a lot of so there was a stat that I heard the commentators stating, saying that we passed more in this game than any other game in the Premier League, and that shows, like, you can pass all you want around the other opposition, but if you're not making any penetrating passes, or if you're not like being an attacking threat, there's no point of passing around the back or around their box. There's no point. So that's what Enzo Maresca has to decide. If he wants to play this possession, we have to be aiming at creating chances and scoring goals, and we didn't create that many chances today, bar Garnacho's goal. Reece James had a decent game. It was a solid game from Reece James. FOTMOP scored him at a 7.5. I would have to agree with that. He had a good game. His balls in the box weren't the best, but defensive wise, not much went past him. I wish he could have led this team a little better, but Reece James isn't the loudest leader. You don't see this leadership on the field, but Yeah, man, these results are gonna happen if we don't have a solid leader. And right now, it's looking like it's Reece James and Enzo Fernandez being our leaders. And I feel like we need, um, and Caicedo as well. But I feel like we need more of a leader that's been there and done that, that has history winning trophies, winning big trophies, winning leagues. And none of these players have won any leagues in their career. So yeah. Midfield, the midfield that I predicted that would started, and Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Joao Pedro in midfield. And Caicedo was solid. I feel like Caicedo had a pretty good game. Made a good amount of tackles, made a good amount of effort running backwards, running forward. His passing was not the best, but it wasn't outright bad. Enzo Fernandez, one of these games where you're asking yourself, what does Enzo really do? He really didn't do much this game. He had a couple half chances in the second half, but he really didn't do much. Yeah, these games are the games where fans against Enzo will be like, oh, told you so. Enzo doesn't really do much for the team. And it shows he's not dictating the play like Fabregas would. And I like to compare him to Fabregas because that's the player that I see Enzo being for Chelsea. Like Fabregas is the ideally I want Enzo to be like, is a Fabregas type of player. But he has ways to go. Fabregas was a much better passer on the ball, and Fabregas was more athletic than him. Fabregas in all phases of the game was superb. So yeah, Enzo needs to work on a lot of things to be on his level. Joao Pedro didn't have the best game. I felt like on the field he looked a little lazy. He looked a little bit lackadaisical. Didn't look good at the 10 today. It looked like the game was passing him by, and he didn't get any shots off, which I would expect him to get some shots off, but he didn't get any. I don't think he made any key passes to a teammate in the game as well, so that was pretty bad. I was surprised that Buonanotte wasn't on the bench today because I feel like that would have been a good option off the bench for Joao Pedro, but it is what it is. On the left was Garnacho. Like I said, bar the goal, he didn't really do much. His flop mob score was 7.2. I would put him there. I'd put him at like a 7, but since he scored, they gave him the 0.2. But yeah, dude, Garnacho, for me, he's a player that I don't see long-term being our Chelsea left winger. I'm looking forward to Quenda next season, another youngster coming in. Like I said, he has a lot of potential. I feel like we're gonna end up selling either Garnacho or Gittins next summer, and I feel like it's gonna be Garnacho, but we'll have to see about that. Yeah, on the right, Pedro Neto didn't have the best game. He got locked up by Reinildo, who I know he played for Atletico Madrid. He played really well against Pedro Neto, locked him down all game. Pedro Neto didn't have any fun playing against his side. And up top was Mark Gue. Mark Gue didn't really have much action going on, but yeah, there was no service. He didn't really have any service. There was nothing that really happened in the game that he could have done. Honestly, it's hard being a forward and not having service. I used to play forward growing up, and if you don't have service, you're not going to score a goal. That's the main thing. Like, you can't take on 3-4 players on your own. You need service. And Mark, you didn't really have that much service today from the wingers, from our attacking mid, from anybody on the field today. So Margue, it was sad. The flop mark gave him about 5.9. I can see why. He didn't really hold up the ball as well when he did get the ball. I feel like Ballard, the center back from Sunderland, played really well. He was a monster. He every time they played it to you, he just pushed him off the ball and just bullied him. So Mark Yu did not have fun today, and Mark Yu's a teenager. This is what happens. I mean, when you have a young team, this is what happens. And yeah, there's gonna be results like this where if the other team has tons of experience, these results could happen. And I'm lucky it was against Sunderland, and I'm lucky it was at Stamford Bridge today, because these are 3 major drop points that we should be getting on the board. Yeah, so that was bad. Esteval came on, didn't do much. Ronaldo from Sunderland, he locked him up when he was playing on the right. And then there was a point in time when Esteval was playing down the middle, and he didn't really have any enjoyment there as well. Gittins came on, didn't have any enjoyment too, playing against Mukiele. And Hume on the other wing, he didn't really have that much enjoyment when he came on. Like I said, Andre Santos, Tyreek George came on, they didn't really do much. Tosin came on, I think he was the main culprit in their second goal that Sunderland scored against us. He should have taken the ball from Bobby. I feel like Chalobah and Tosin, like I said, should have taken the ball from Bobby and started the attack, but instead they backed off, and Bobby, I guess, manhandled them. It was a 1v2, and Bobby was in their box for like 5-10 seconds, held up the ball in the box, waited for the teammates, and played it to the open teammate, and he scored, made it 2-1. Yeah, Enzo Maresca, not the best game. This is kind of why some Chelsea fans, I feel like, are questioning you, because of these games like Sunderland, where you should be winning the game, but you don't. And we just take 2 steps forward and 1 step backward every time, winning against teams like Liverpool and losing to teams like Sunderland. Yeah, there's not much for me to say. Yeah, I'm stunned right now. I'm shocked. If you made it to the end of the video, please like and subscribe. This is We Love You Chelsea. I'm P1 Daniel. Please follow me on Instagram. Please follow my main channel as well. It's P1 Dan vlogs. Link is in the description below. Like the video. Have a nice weekend, Chelsea fans. I know this kind of ruined it, but don't let these results ruin your weekend, man. I mean, it's just Chelsea. But yeah, take care, guys, and peace.